The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
And I'm about to intercept this.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Singletary to get the drive started. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. And now they'll throw with Allen. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morris. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Down inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Singletary again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen running the option on to their advantage.
Innovations in the college way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They'll roll him out right. This is brought in by the tight end, Tommy Sweeney. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Bad idea, Brody.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Allen. A sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down. Allen rolling to his right. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing is Allen on third. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Burrow looking to pass. And that one complete once again to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now it's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Why is the clock still running?
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Give that sack to Kaiir Elam on the corner blitz. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 31 yards. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Let's go.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away.
It's my game now.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Out to his left. And he's brought down. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more.
Yeah, he thought it was going to be easy at the beginning.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
I bet you thought she was going to win.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Don't do that, bro. That's asking for an interception.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Still got hurt.
Josh Allen, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Allen will try to throw for it. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for two is going to come up empty. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Mixon with a first down carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down.
Oh, my God.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
so I'm not missing this.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got Hurst as tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Burrow will throw. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll give it to Mixon. And give it 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mixon again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look, the game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer. But that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At about the 32. Pickett to throw on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Pickett. He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 61 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone to give them a 2-point lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action with Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 8-6 the score after 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 47 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
First down, here's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got a man on the right sideline. It's Boyd. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Yeah, we dominate today.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Play action. It's Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
final play of the half for Burrow and company. Steps away.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Come on, man. Unpause this. What you doing, man? Bro.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
Here's Johnson with a reception.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Pickett now on 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket.
This one finds Austin out right.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
Eluding the pressure right.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Starting the drive was Snell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. Leaping, and he makes the grab.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Snell going to try the right side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Pickett to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Pickett. He finds his man Johnson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Pickett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
For it with Harris. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
A big conversion on 4th down, but no timeouts left, so you got to go quick here.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Pickett. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Oh, no.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
That's a good game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Locking everything down, bro.
Rodgers going to come out throwing.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now Burrow on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now it's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He gets this one to Boyd. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught.
And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
On play action, now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see, but the biggest one is you don't have much reaction.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
To about the 23.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Rodgers being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. Dalton right to the air.
Complete. It's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on second down.
Dalton. Olave holds it in.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And Dalton to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He's got room at the 30.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
from 8 yards out.
And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required.
Onside kick, bro.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. He's got the first down and more. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
No, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They go play action with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 35 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
To this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. That's to his
Wow.
And brought down, but
bro, all he had to do was tackle him.
45-yard line. A curious decision to go
Bro, this is
for it.
Madden
Pays
always
off
does
for
it.
first down.
It's always
That was
Madden,
a pretty
bro.
good
It's
job by the
like,
defense,
what?
I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Jackson finding his tight end Anders for the Ravens, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. The 20.
Bro, Madden.
And all the way
Yo,
inside the
no,
15
not even
before they
close.
drop it.
There's
Again,
no way
there are
that's ever
30
happened.
good ones.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on second and 15. They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet from 19 yards away. And the Ravens have moved out in front. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch. Now Burrow loses the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll be out right at the 35.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, look at the juke.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow looking to pass.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Mixon on the toss right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Able to find Higgins.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Whoa. Bro, he could have caught that.
First down, but it winds up
Wow, he could have caught that.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. He took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that. They got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Middle.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. But give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Hey, you don't want to see me. Finish up. 55 is my guy, 55. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
4th down, here's Jackson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As he does.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Again, that's Hurst. And he is going to lose yardage here. Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Jackson on 1st down. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Jackson rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Way too easy.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle, complete. That's Boyd.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
67 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Now a handoff coming left, Evans.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now it's Burrow. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
That's so late.
And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Jackson now. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Bro, why is he jumping? Bro, I could have easily tackled him.
Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
That would complete to Prochet.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
He's going to look deep down the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in.
What?
This could be a 1st down.
Oh my God!
1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
So bad. Wow.
Now Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They just called a pass interference on 4th down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
Back-to-back incompletions. formations, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
That's complete to Chase. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this